Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 Hour to make the best game ever. Good, so what do we have? We did merge a change that now automatically checks the game against a bunch of replays for correctness, at least for 0 Hour. So that we have confidence that the changes we make does not change game state at all for the foreseeable future. That is pretty cool. Okay, let's see what is currently approved and what we could potentially merge. Two things. Okay. Merge and move video files. Just needs a rebase. Okay. Okay, let's stash this. Well, let's merge it later. Yeah, let's merge it later. Yeah, don't need to do it now. Okay, let's take a look at this guy. This destroy message is missing. Select next idle worker. Um, should probably also check if it collides with the key mapping in the debug. MKI, MKI. Oh boy, what is this? Jesus Christ. Ugh. Ugh. Oof. Oof. That's egregious. Oof. Now it works. Strange. Okay, so key, right? Let me search for key I. Yeah. Command demo decrement extend. What about keychain? Key I. Next idle worker. select hero. Okay. What is this? Okay, that's fair enough. Bug fix script. Is this 0 hour specific? Crash. You say battleship fires on 2 different targets in sequence. Okay, so it's crash, it's mod, made sure. Does the hero have a modifier? Key H. It does. Control H. Okay. Use frame rate from skirmish settings as max frame rate after loading a save game. Oops. Oops. Use the FPS preference from the skirmish settings as FPS limit. That was an easy fix. Okay. Okay, that looks reasonable. Save file type mission. What is this? Normal. Save game in between missions. A mission save. Between missions. Why is this condition necessary? Set frames per second limit. Skirmish preferences. Get int. Frames per second limit. Oof, so much. Oof. Okay. Frames per second. Where's the set otherwise? Reset. Okay, I don't quite see right now where this value is reset to 30 when loading a save game. That's not obvious. Maybe here? Ah, new game. Oh. Ooh. No, that's not. surfaces. It's quite a bit awful, isn't it? You have this value here, and then you have another one here that's in the preferences. Oh, it's really awful. Oh. I need to revisit this another time. I don't want to deal with this now. Okay. I want to go back to what we had started last session. Last session we looked into this one problem where the world would not properly render when the pitch is changed. Okay, so I have a question. How can we render something in the world? Some lines or something. Is there anything that helps with that easily? Let me open the wiki page. In the wiki page, there should be here debug commands. Okay, let's see if there is any command. If there's any command. Oof, they really added PNG images to this repository. Oof. 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 PNG images. Oof. Oof. That's excessive, isn't it? Next time use JPEG images. Okay, so we're looking at visual rendering. Let me see, toggle black and white now. Motion blur, zoom, shadow volumes. What is this? Toggle feather water. Feather water. Okay, this one draws something. Let me ask a question here. Let me go to the wiki here. Oof. Debug command images are very small. Why are they this small? Because of file size. For in-game, for complex images, use JPEG instead of PNG. PNG will have much larger file sizes than JPEG for in-game images. Say JPEG images will have much smaller file sizes than PNG. Okay, so we can look into how this one draws something. This one draws a rectangle in the terrain. We could also go with such a thing. Camera debug. Let's see that. Debug camera. What is this? Zoom limited? What? Oh, looks like a condition is wrong here. Yeah. Let's see if there are any other wrong conditions that we maybe see while we edit. Oh shit. this one we can improve a bit here. We can say we can say this, otherwise this. What? Okay. Okay, I think that's good. Let's search one more time for 1 minus and fix these guys. Okay. Okay, cool. Oh shit. Good. Let's get back to camera debug. What was the name? This one. Okay, so camera debug. Here. Okay, draw a line. The display draw a line. Aha. You can draw a line that way. Okay. What else can you draw here? Draw a line. Huh. Okay, you can draw lines. You can draw a rectangle. Okay, a filled rectangle. Okay, that's cool. A rect clock. Draw a percentage of a rectangle. Okay. Remaining rect clock. Okay, draw image. There's not much you can do here, but it's something. We can draw something. I think that's good enough for now. Draw rectangle. That's good. Okay. Okay, then let's get back to the code that we were looking at. This one here. Okay, so. So I have these coordinates here. So set draw org. Set draw org. So if we add here the display and we draw a rect, draw fill rect. How about that? Why is it complaining? The display is undefined. Why? Oh boy. What header does it require? Display. Display.h. Display. There we go. Okay, fill draw rect. Okay, what does it take? It takes X, Y, width, height. Okay, so let's do here X. Draw filter on the display and pixel coordinate. But this doesn't draw. It doesn't draw on terrain, it draws on screen. Pixel coordinates. It needs to be different. Let's go back to this here. How does this do it? World to screen. Do we have screen to world as well? Screen to world, we do. World to screen. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Let's get back here. So we do have, let's add here a little bit of space. Good. So. So world to screen. Who does own this function? View. 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 Who's calling view? W3D view. How can we draw this? World to screen. Let's search for it. The tactical view. Okay, so the tactical view, world to screen. And we need a quad 3D. We need how do we get the height in the worlds? World height map. Is there something like get world height, get height? Get height at these guys. Okay, so we need a quad 3D, a C, and then we need a... What else do we need? We need a I quad 2D. Oh boy, where are we? Here. I quad 2D. So screen. Let's say worlds and screen. So world we initialize with world dot x equals this guy, y this guy, and height is world dot z at this. Okay. We add a little bit of an offset plus, I don't know, 5. Yeah, that's a bit above the ground. Okay. Actually, it doesn't matter much. I think it doesn't matter. Okay. Then we have screen, and then we do world to screen. We pass in world, and we pass in screen, and then draw fill rect. Screen dot x, screen dot y, and height. With height. We do let's do a minus, I don't know, minus 10, and we draw 20 pixels wide, and color. Let's do RGB. So, how do we give it a color? Draw fill rect, fill color, make game color. There we go. Okay, what is alpha and what is not alpha? Probably the last one, I guess. Game make color. Alpha is the last. So we do red 255, green 0 0 255. How about that? Okay. Let's test if that works. Okay, so basically it should now draw a red rectangle at the position of the screen where this new arc X, new arc Y would be set to, if this is called, which is probably not called all the frames. So I expect that we will now see some flickering red dot somewhere in the center of the screen eventually. Let's see. Oof. No? I see nothing. Okay, there's nothing going on. Let's put a breakpoint here. Oh, it's not called. Oh, look at that. Huh. Why not? Oh, it is now. Okay, so world is that, yeah. Z 45, okay. The screen is, oof. Well, that is minus 6,000 pixels. That's not good. Well, did we do it wrong? Let's see. World point start. Point, draw line. Draw flag for audio only objects. Okay, so there's nice ASCII art. Okay, so this one does similar, right? It gets like a world position. It does a world to screen. Yeah. Then it adds here some Z, polar height. Yeah. World to screen. Draw line. Okay, how do we deal with this? Okay, so the problem we see here is that the screen coordinates are definitely not right. Question is why. What? What are these coordinates? Maybe it really is off screen. There. Maybe it really is off screen. Maybe the values are right and it's just like awfully off screen. Huh. That's... Okay, let's move this back. Okay. Okay, maybe this org is not in the center actually. Maybe it's like in a corner, right? It's not the origin. Maybe it's not the center, but like the top left corner, right? Maybe. I don't know. It's really not clear what this means. New org x. So it probably means origin, but it doesn't say anything about, like, is it the center position? Is it the top left position? What is this exactly? It's a really bad name for what it is, and I have no clue. Maybe we can dig around and find some clues. Draw origin. Okay, so it definitely means origin. And then what? Draw origin. Get draw origin. But if there is like, if it is top left, then we should have also a, like a width, right? Get draw origin X. Okay, I'm gonna put a breakpoint here. Let's. Huh. Okay, it's not called here, but it's called now. Huh. Okay, how about we move this debug somewhere else? We move it. What is this function? Update center. Oh, the function is called update center. Is this called every frame? Yeah. Okay, can we maybe move this somewhere else? Set camera transform. Update center. Yeah. Maybe we need to call it after this one. Okay, how about we, for starters, we put it up here and we put in these guys. These guys. Here, get draw org X, get draw org Y. Okay. World X, world Y. Let's try that. Let's see what happens. I just want to see something to get started here. Height map render object class. I think it probably is in there, but it's not really yet clear to me how exactly this bullshit works. Okay, we see no red dots, but we see some glitching now. Yeah. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so if we drag... Okay, so we see some interesting glitching. Oh, that's unexpected. Maybe because it's not expected to draw here in this function. Could be. Where's the render frame? We're probably not calling it in the correct frame, the correct begin and end, begin render, end render. Probably outside of it, but the question is where. That's quite a bit awful, isn't it? It would be quite nice if we could say, hey, we want to draw it, but just draw it when you can. But this looks like it wants to draw it now. Render it now. Yeah. It would be nice if there was a function, say, draw the thing, but draw when you can, right? In the frame. Don't draw it now, just draw it whenever you can. But there probably is no such thing, right? I don't know. Inside game client, yeah. Where do we are? Inside game client update, aren't we? Oh no, it's afterwards. Okay, game client update, please. Update. Okay, where's the begin render and where's the end render? Begin render, where's that being called? Display. Okay, where do we need to put code to draw successfully? That's a big question. Draw caption. Okay, so there are some draw functions. Yeah, maybe this height map render, does it have a draw function? There's some draw here. Render, let's see. Okay, so it does have a render function here. Multiple render. Okay, then maybe we need to put it into the render function down here. Yeah. Okay, so let's take this garbage here. And we put it... I just put it here. Maybe at the end of it. Yeah. I put it here. Oof. Well, that doesn't look right. How does that happen? What? That doesn't make sense. What is this? Huh? That's not intended. Did we modify like some coordinates here, or what is this? I don't get it. How? We just want to draw a fill rectangle. That's it. How hard can it be? That's so weird. That makes no sense. I just want to draw a rectangle. Why can't it do that? Reset. Maybe it needs to be put behind all this. Maybe. That's so weird. I just want to see a rectangle. That's all. That's all. I don't get it. It makes no sense. Did I change anything else that broke it? Maybe it can't be drawn from here. Okay, it's definitely cost, but it's really surprising that adding here some drawing would screw up the rendering that much. Oh boy. Okay, where's this called? Render. Okay, let's try to figure out some other place then. Okay, how about we put it in the in-game UI here? Maybe we can do that. Down here. Now the question is, how do we access this? The world height map. What is it called? World height map. The world height map. Ah, that's us. How do we get this thing? A map. It's in here. Okay, what is this part of? This is part of. It's private, right? It's the thing. No, it is public. How do we access this guy? World height map. Terrain height map. Oof. Logic height map. Oof. Here, the terrain. Aha. There we go. What was this? What is this? Is that a key? Oh boy. Okay, let's go back to in-game UI. And we try this guy. Yeah, the terrain render object. What header does it need? Game client base height map. Game client base height map. No? World height map. Jesus Christ. Where's this defined? Base height map. Game client. Oh. It's a W3D device. Ugh. W3D device. Oof. Oof. Can we even access it? Oh. We can't. Oh, that's awful. We can't access it. Yeah, what do we do? We can't get hands on this. How do we render this bullshit? I don't know. I don't know. How are we supposed to work with this bullshit? Oh, why does it have to be so complicated? We probably need to add some proper... let's see, GitHub aux renderer. Auxiliary renderer. Let's search for, I don't know, shapes renderer, shape renderer, Unity. Simple geometry renderer. Maybe debug renderer. No. Game debug renderer. Let me ask ChatGPT. Is there some open source aux renderer for simple geometry that can be used for a DirectX 8 game? Thinking. It's searching the web. There isn't a modern actively maintained drop-in open source orgs renderer that targets DirectX 8. DX8 is long obsolete, so most open engines today target DX9 or newer. For simple geometry, the usual approach and the lightest weight OpenStream is to either roll your own mini orgs, grab adapt bits from an old open source samples. Practical suggestions. Draw a line. Is there one that we can plug in DirectX2 ourselves? Well, DirectX 8 I should have said. Is maybe you can write me something to get started with. I need to be able to before we go this route, let me check one more time that I didn't miss anything. I find it weird that the original developers would not have such functionality already in the game. Like, there needs to be some place where we can say, hey, from anywhere in the code, I want to draw this thing. Just draw it when you can, right? Otherwise, we always have to find the right position to start drawing, and that's awful. I just want to say, from anywhere, just draw me that thing when the time is right. And I don't want to care when the time is right. I just want to say, I want to draw this, right? So that it's visible in the world. Yeah. If we look at, let's look at draw line. There are plenty of these, right? No, not so many. Okay, but like the W3D radar. Okay, so that's inside a function, draw single beacon event, which is inside a draw event. Draw event. What is that? Draw events, okay. And so here we have a draw function. Draw the radar. Okay, so that's very radar specific. Yeah. Okay, let's look at something else. Let's look at. Like this here. This is a debug. Draw audio locations. Okay, where's it called? This one is called from draw audio locations. Draw contained audio locations. Okay, and where is this called from? Draw audio locations. Drawable post draw. What? Render 2D scene. Okay, it looks like there's the debug stuff is in here. Well, at least some. Let's put a breakpoint in here. Draw member for the W3D window. What is this? Oh, what did I break now? Yeah, I think we need to create a class where we can say we want to draw this kind of thing, and then we need to render all these deferred commands at the right position, at the right time. Draw views. Render all views of the world. Oof. Draw views. Draw all views. The in-game UI draw. Okay, so here is a world being drawn. Then we draw the UI over it. Then we draw the mouse. Then we draw videos. Then we draw the letterbox. Yeah. And then some cinematic texts. Then some FPS debug stuff down here. More debug. And that's it. So it has to be added. We probably need two modes. We need one where we say, hey, we want to draw over the world, right? And then we want to draw over the UI here, right? Yes, maybe you can write me something to get started with. I need to be able to queue draw commands, which are then issued in the render function at the right time. I would like to draw lines shapes. Yeah, I would like to draw. I mean, 3D. I would like to draw. I would like to draw. Yeah, no, it's just I want to draw lines, shapes, and texts. Write me some code to get started with. I need to be able to queue draw commands, which are then issued, which are then processed in the render function at the right time. I need two categories. Drawing in the world, drawing over the worlds, and drawing over the UI. I need to draw categories, drawing over the world and drawing over the UI. Okay, let me see what he comes up with here. Thinking. Q line rect text. Yeah. Wireframe. Projected render worlds, render UI. Draw world, draw UI, command line rect text. Color 4. Vec 3, Vec 2. Draw command. Draw command. Set camera transforms. Flush category. Draw line immediate. Draw text immediate. Okay, well, why do we need that? View projection. Projecting world text? Huh? Okay, render init, device, view matrix, projection matrix, begin frame, render scene, view world draw, overlays title words, okay, queue some stuff. Okay, I think it's a reasonable starting point. Header only version, no. Adding filled 3D primitives, wire cube spheres. Oh yeah, that would be nice. Lightweight text atlas. Header only version for batching. Why is that needed? I don't know what he means with this here. What would be the benefits of the header only version with batching? Two main advantage, header only version, ease of integration and performance. You drop in one H file or a couple and don't need separate CPP build units. Consumers just included. Handy for embedding in tools, plugins. Can blow out compile times, batching. Immediate version, you saw each line rect issues its own draw primitive call. That means one draw call per primitive, leading to high CPU overhead. Yeah, I'm not so concerned about that. It's for debugging. Potential state thrash if you start changing render states, even subtly. Batching means you accumulate many primitives vertex data into a shared buffer and emit one. For starters, add the filled 3D primitives because that looks useful. Add the filled 3D primitive world space. The sphere is always useful. Yes, do that. Okay, so init, yeah, begin frame, Q, okay, blah, blah, blah. Render scene in your render loop, render world, render UI. All worlds, lines, triangles are submitted in just 2 draw calls per category instead of dozens, hundreds. Okay, header only, no separate CPP, easy embed. Separation, world versus UI, queues are kept distinct. Extensible, you can add more batched primitives, cones, frustums by emitting into those buffers. Replace with a reusable dynamic vertex buffer for even better performance. Depth testing controls per primitive type. World overlays always on top or depth tested. Caching text into textures for world labels to avoid repeated font draws. Customizable font sizes, multiple fonts. Yeah, do it all. do it all. Yes, do it all. Go ahead. ChatGPT, go. Vibe coding now here. Come on. Do it. Providing code for user quest. Go ahead. It's probably some guy now in India has to type all this real fast. Yeah. Oof. Okay, the code becomes white. Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh yeah, the code becomes white now. Okay, it becomes serious here. I see. Yeah. The other question is, does it all still work? Right. I already have troubles here following. It looks complicated. Yeah. Oof, there are lambdas in there. Oh shit. Well, that's not good. If you want, I can help you hook it into your frame scene setup. Setting up orthographic for UI. Add features like text caching, fading, color depth aware sorting, or GPU side instancing. Jesus Christ. Convert into lightweight HPH split with customizable compiler time options. Failed to generate. Oops. Answer in chat instead. What? Where's it? Where's the code? The code disappeared. Into the canvas. Where's the canvas? Huh? Where's this file? I don't see it. Here. Okay, that's cool. Okay, let's take a look what it does now. Okay, so what has he asked me? Hook it into your frame scene setup. Setting up orthographic for UI. What does that mean? Add features like text caching, fading, color depth aware sorting, or GPU side instancing. Yes, do all of these, and please also make it compile with C++ 98. So that requires removing the lambdas, for example. Okay, let's see. Give me all of it. Let's vibe code this into a monster. User wants to do all of these. Okay, go ahead. No lambdas. Okay. We really become vibe coder now. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Wire cube. Text world. Text UI. Oof, still writing. Oh, I see restarting. Oh no, that's a different file. That's the header. Maybe we should ask it to replace. Yeah. Progressive alpha modulation for fading text. Text to texture caching. We already have a font class, so I think we could just do that. Use that. Okay. So this guy only has implementation. Okay, so this is the header, and this goes into the CPP here. Text 2D, text 3D. Okay, let's say we add this code to core. Let's add some aux renderer here. Aux renderer.h. Game client. Game client. Display. Probably should be inclined, right? Shouldn't be in common. Include game client. I'm gonna put it into here. Put it in here. Game client. Okay. Core game engine source game client. Then here we add aux renderer .cpp. Okay. Okay, so aux. No, we're looking for CMake list in core. CMake lists here. Okay, and that should be in includes game client. Added here. Aux renderer. Go to source game client, source game client, and common. No, game client source, game client. There we go. There we go. Aux renderer. Okay, let's put a bookmark here. Okay, what's the time? 2 hours. Maybe we take a break and continue next session. Basically, I just want to draw something. Just want to draw. Yeah. Good. I think I will take a break here. Then I wish you a great day or night. Until next time. Goodbye.